Okay, so please concentrate now. So very we can say very few basic examples are there. So 0, since x1 is not there, 0 1 5, and then what is here, 1 4 and 3, and then next is your 2 7 and 1, and augmented with equal to sign, so -4, you can say -4, then -2, and then again -2 is there. Okay, so before that, what we are going to do, please understand. Okay, please understand. Now I'll be explaining one operation to you, and I'll be then sharing one file with you, and why we are doing this, that I'll be telling you. Okay, so what we will do here, uh, the operation I will do here is I will exchange r1 with r3. I will say exchange r1 with r3. So after doing this, what I will get, 2 7 1 and -2 is here, as it is, -2 is here, then 1 4 3 -2 is as it is, and then 0 1 and 5 -4. Okay, -4 is there. Okay, so what I have done here is I have just exchanged these two rows. I can say I have just two rows I have exchanged. Now so is my voice reaching to you? Please confirm in chat box. Okay, thank you. So why we are doing this now? Please concentrate. If you are not having pen paper, you are not doing anything, don't worry. These are the steps that you have already done many times in your previous maths we can say sessions. Okay. So please consider that very important concept that I am going to tell you here is we are doing such adjustments. So the question you must ask here is, sir, why to we can say exchange these rows, why to exchange these rows? Okay, so because to solve such systems now, we want, and obviously to find the rank of matrix, we want one form. We say that that form is called as, echelon form, I can say. Okay, echelon form. And to find the rank of the matrix, this is very important. And depending on the rank and number of variables involved in that system, that we can say linear equation system, or system of linear equation, we conclude or we comment on the nature of the system, and we predict that, first, either that system will be having infinitely many solutions, then, or we can say, or that system is having unique solution. That system is having, I hope whatever I'm writing is visible to you. And the third one is, it is having no solution. These first two are called, in these first two cases, it is called system is consistent. And if there is no solution, then it is called as inconsistent. Are you getting these points? Consistent and inconsistent. When the system is called consistent, when infinitely many solutions are there, okay, or at least one solution is there. So in other words, we can say, if solution is existing, if solution for given system is existing, then we will say that a system of equations is consistent. But if no solution is there, either both the cases are getting not getting satisfied, then third condition is no solution there. So in such case, we will say that your system is having no solution and inconsistent system it is. Okay. So are you getting this? Please confirm in chat box. Are you getting these statements? I think we have seen such we can say classification somewhere while studying matrices earlier. Please confirm so that we can. Okay. So yes. So what we'll do, we will solve this remaining question, okay, and we will see what is the type of or what is the nature of this system, okay. And this, why we are doing this, so that point I forgot to tell you, uh, why we are doing this only, why I have exchanged this, what I want to make na. So I'll be discussing in 1 minute to you, and then I'll be sharing that file with you, okay. What I want to do here, I want to make this coefficient as 1, this coefficient as 1, okay. Also what I want to do, I want to make all the elements in that column as 0, in that column as 0. That's why I have already made this column or this element as 0 element, okay. Now I will try to make this as 0 also, and let's see what happens. But why I am doing this, there is a form called echelon form is there, and it is telling, or it is having some form. So what that form is, and we will try to achieve that form. That's why we are doing these operations, or we can say these elementary row operations, okay. So what this form is telling me, please consider this uh, file, okay. This file is telling me that a rectangular matrix is in echelon form if it has the following three properties, if it is having the following. But before that, please tell me whether you are able to view this PDF file, please confirm in chat box, okay. Now since you are able to view this, you can read with me also. All non-zero rows are above any rows, above any rows of all zeros. So whatever there are non-zero rows na, those should be above your rows having all the zeros, okay, rows having all the zeros. uh, if these sentences are making somewhat confusion, what I will do, if these sentences are making somewhat confusion, what I'll do, I will directly tell you what is echelon form. So please consider these two examples, okay. So I think what I am pointing, you are able to see, okay. So please consider this example one, okay. And echelon means what? This is also given here, step like pattern, which how the pattern is step like pattern. So can you see by, I can say, light blue color, the step we can say here, step we can see here, okay. I am dictating by mouse, okay. So are you able to see this? So this is called echelon form, and what are the properties, the three properties which we are seeing, that the leading entries, that is squares, in both the examples. Let's take this example, okay. If the leading entries may have non-zero value, what is the value that it can have? The leading entries can have non-zero value. So in echelon form, that is, wherever there are squares na, we can say bold squares we can say, so these squares will be having non-zero value, no problem. And the starred entries, or we can say the later entries or rest of the entries other than these squares are stars, and that may have any value including 0. So 0 is included, or any other value those stars can have. Are you getting this? And please remember, the starting element is always 0 except first row, okay. So that's why I said that I want to make here 1. So forget about that 1 right now, but I don't want to make it 0. That's why I exchanged row 1 and row 3 in the example that we are seeing now, okay. I exchanged row 1 and row 3, Are you getting this point? Okay, then this will be again having some non-zero entry. Okay, and then if there are if there are three rows, then again this element will be having non-zero entry. Okay, are you getting this? Okay, so this is making some step like function. So it should be noted here that you can consider you can consider any one element as the starting element, any one element as the starting element. Are you getting this echelon form? Please comment in chat box. Are you getting this? So this is the kind of form that we need to have, and that's why we are performing such operations. That's why we are performing such operations. That is, I want to make here some non-zero value, and rest of the entries from that row I am not having any concern. Okay, so it can be any non-zero value. Then again, what I want to do, whatever that non-zero value is there, so below element, that is this element I want to make 0, then this element I want to make 0, this element I want to make 0. So I will try to do this. Okay, I will try to do this, and hence I am performing such operations. So if paper is or right now I am not in college, that's why I am having some limitations, but I am trying my best using some graphic tablet. Okay, so are you able to understand this form? Okay, please confirm in chat box whether you are not, or whether you are understanding this or not. So please let me know so that I can be moving forward. That I want to tell you here is what I want here. I want row reduced form. Okay, this is echelon form, but what I want row reduced form. And what do you mean by row reduced form? Row reduced form means leading entries are ones instead of non-zero value na. Leading, please remember the difference between echelon form and reduced echelon form is here, whenever there is a square sign, at that place one is there, at that place one is there. Let me take it down. Okay, let me make this small adjustment. Okay, so wherever there is I can say square is there na, so there is value 1 in row reduced form. Are you getting this? And the remaining values, and there are zeros below and above each leading one. There are zeros below and above each leading one. So leading one is here. Okay, so please consider the leading one positions. Leading one position for row 1 is this. Now leading one position for row 2 is this. Okay, and since echelon form should have zeros above and below. Okay, so that is the basic part of echelon form that you must be knowing. So just I am revising this. Okay, now next is what? Next is what? I think this is the first entry. Okay, this is the first entry. So please don't be confused that this should be the first entry. So if you are able to make this 0, it is very much we can say appreciable. Okay, it is very much appreciable. So please don't say that no, if this is 1, then below element will be 0 and then this element should be 1. No, any, you can elongate this first entry up to the extent means you can elongate it to any extent. Okay, so if it is possible to make it 0, then please make it 0. Again, if it is possible to make this element as 0 na, then also you can make it 0. Okay, so the leading entry should be 1 wherever it is, that a leading entry should be 1. So are you able to understand this? So please confirm in chat box so that. And are you able to spot the difference between reduced echelon form and echelon form? So you have done this in your first year or in second year, I don't know where, but in while studying matrices and elementary row operations, you have studied this. So please confirm that you are getting these forms. And if you are getting these forms, okay, so then I'll be telling you, and this example is also there in front of you. This example is also there. The left side matrix is in echelon form, but the right side matrix is in row reduced echelon form, or reduced echelon form, I can say. Are you getting this? Please let me know. And depending on this form only, we are going to comment on the nature of the system. Okay. And if we know the nature of the system, then we'll be knowing the spanning set. And if we knowing the spanning set, then we'll be knowing then we can say that we are able to understand one very important theorem in case of vector subspace, or we can say subspace. The spanning set and subspace is having some relation, and then there is linear dependency and independency. And if these things are understood, linear dependency and independency, then you will be always understanding what are the bases, or what is the basis function to a vector space. And if you know the basis function, then you will be knowing what is the dimension of basis, and again you will be knowing for how to change the basis of that vector space. So this is the way in which I want to go forward in this unit. So every aspect of this unit is getting we can say cleared. So please tell me here itself, are you getting this echelon form? So one thing is depending on other thing. Okay, the next thing is depending on previous thing. So that's why I have I have maintained this type of flow. So I'm taking forward lecture and tutorial along the same way. So if you are getting this now, so that will be helpful for me to go forward. So if you don't want, then I can stop here itself. Please, I require. If I'm putting some efforts now, please make me, okay, make me know that you are getting this. And if you are not, then please ask doubts. No problem. So I know this is very late in the day, but still, if we have been assigned this slot, then we have to follow this slot. Or if you want, I can take this slot on Sunday. So if you want that also, that we can do. So please be responsive. I know this is very late in the day, but still, so that makes me somewhat, we can say, I can go forward then. Okay. So if you are responding, okay. So what I want to convey here is all the things are depending on each other, and please, that's why don't miss any of the concept here. Now, are you getting the difference between these two forms? Okay, if you are getting the difference, then henceforth you will not be asking that why to make this element 1, why to make this element 0, why we are doing this, why we are doing that. These are the two best examples here in front of you. Okay, in echelon form, first entry should be non-zero, and in row reduced echelon form it should be 1, that is the difference. And in row reduced echelon form also, wherever there is 1, below and above there should be 0. Below and above there should be 0. Are you getting this now? Okay. And for 3 by 3 matrix, this is identity matrix. Let's forget about this now. 29, 16, 3. But this is the standard row reduced echelon form, which is giving us identity matrix. Okay, are you getting this? So if the system is in this form, now this is very standard, we can say this is very pure row reduced echelon form. Okay, and if you are having this now, then you are lucky, because in most of the examples we are it is quite challenging to get such kind of form. Okay, and we need to perform lots of elementary row operations. But if you once you got this now, then you will be able to comment on the nature of the system, or system of equations, we can say. Are you getting this? And problem solving is depending on you. It is not like that you don't know row operations. Okay, you know the row operations, but still I'm covering from the basics. So if you cooperate with me, then we will be having some basic things will be discussed also. Okay. Yes, correct. So now I will move to the example. Okay. So are you getting why I am making this? Why I am making this as? But in this example, I am not sure. I lost the track why I have kept this example. But let's make some row operations. Okay, let's make some row operations here. And what we will do here? Uh, so this element I have made 0. This element I have made 0. Then what I will be doing? I will be doing this element as so. Okay, uh, R I think 1 should be made. What I want to do here, I want to make this as 0 also. I want to make this as 0. It's my choice. Though echelon form is not telling me, but to have some practice of elementary row transformations, what I will be doing R1 minus 2R1. R1 minus 2R1. So what it will give me is this will become 0 obviously. Then this will be minus 1 I think. Okay. Yes, and then minus 5 is there. Then 1, 4, 3, 0, 1, 5 is there. And now minus 2 into minus of minus 2. So minus 4 into 2, 2 into 2. So this will be 2. This will be 2, then minus 2, then minus 2, and then minus 4. Then here is minus 4. Okay. Yes, R1 minus 2R2. Yes, correct. R1 minus 2R2. Thanks for correcting. R1 minus 2R2 is there. Okay. Are you getting now? So, what? So, this for just practice I am doing this. Okay. Now, I know that 0 should not be there. Na? There should be non-zero entry here. Na? So, again what I will do, I will be exchanging R1 with R2. R1 with R2, and that will be giving me here 1, 4, 3, and here will be minus 2. Okay, and then I'll be having 0, minus 1, minus 5, and minus, sorry, 2 will be there. 2 will be there. Okay, okay, and the third row will be as it is 0, 1, 5, and minus 4. Are you getting this? Okay. So is it looking like somewhat echelon form? Okay, is it looking like somewhat echelon form? Are you okay? So to get, we can say much. We can say the term I am not able to recall that, but again it is again we can solve for this. Okay, again we can solve for this. So what I am making here, please tell me the operation now. Please tell me the operation. 1, 4, 3 is minus 2. Then 0, minus 1, minus 5 and 2. Then again I am making 0, minus 1, minus 5 and 4. So what operation I have made? Please tell me what operation I have made. So what the operation I have made, I have multiplied by minus 1 to row 3. So that's why I will write minus R3 operation is there. Okay. Now can you I think what will be the next step if you can imagine na, what will be the next step, what will be the okay, I'll be showing you the matrix. If you can imagine na, what we want to do now, here we want to find the solution. Okay, we want to find the solution. How can you find this solution? Okay, so you can see that, so from row 2 and row 3, yes Akanksha, correct, very correct. But apart from this intuition, what I want to focus on that, the elements or the variables are having the same coefficients in row 2 and row 3. Okay, So if I write the equation for row 2 here, if I write the equation for row 2, so what I'll get, minus x2 minus 5x3 equal to 2, and for row 3, if I write, then minus x2 minus 5x3 equal to 4. So if you have some basic knowledge about mathematics, geometry, can you tell me what these equations are mentioning, or what these equations are, we can say, indicating? These are the equations of what? X plus bx plus cy, ax plus bx plus, or ax1 plus bx2 plus cx3 equal to d is the equation of what? So school mathematics, x1 plus bx2 plus cx3 equal to d, let's say. This is the standard equation of what? Can you please tell me? And if you are able to tell, then you will be able to tell what these two equations are doing to us. Okay? So can anybody tell me? Please give some, we can say, give some bothering to your head. Are you able to tell what these equations are? Obviously, x1 term is 0. Okay, no problem in that. But what this equation is? At least tell me this, no? This standard equation is of what? This is somewhat standard form of something. That something is dot dot. What is that dot dot? Now should I tell you then? Or if you are trying to remember or trying to, we can say, collect? What is that form? So this is the equation of plane, my dear students. Okay, this is the equation of planes in 3 dimensions. Okay, this is the equation of plane in 3 dimensions. Now can I say that if this is the, obviously x1 term is 0, let's say xyz is there. Okay, standard form is xyz, but please consider that these are the 3 elements of that plane. Okay, x1, x2 and x3. Now can you please tell me what do you mean by the coefficients are same for the variables? By that we mean that coefficients along with the variables are same on LHS. By this we mean that, and equal to sign is different, so equal to term means RHS term is different, so these are two parallel planes that I can see. These are what? These are two parallel planes. Are you getting, are you able to recall this concept? These two are parallel planes, and if these are two parallel planes, then they will not intersect anywhere infinite times. Okay, so for infinite time they will not be intersecting with each other. Are you able to imagine? Okay. Let's say roughly I'll try to, these two planes are there. Okay, these two planes are there. Okay, and these two planes are parallel to each other. They are not intersecting anywhere. In 3D space I am talking, in 3 space I am talking, not in 2D space. Okay, so how can we say that these two are not getting interacted? Because equal to sign, RHS sign is not equal. Though they are having equal LHS side means coefficients with variables, or we can say, two dimensions. One dimension is 0, though they are in 3 dimension, but one of the 3 dimension is having 0 coefficient, because these are 3 systems now. Along from that we are only considering for now two systems. These 2 systems we are considering, because these 3 systems are, or these 3 equations are forming a system of, we can say, a system of planes. Out of those, only these 2 are considered, we are considering right now, and these 2 are representing a parallel planes which are not intersecting anywhere to each other. And if these are not intersecting to anywhere to each other, then what we can say, these are not having any solutions. My dear students, if there are three systems and out of which two systems are not intersecting with each other, if there are three planes and out of which two planes are not intersecting with each other, then obviously, so the condition here is this equation, the plane represented by this equation can be intersected with this, or this can intersect with this third one, but these two cannot intersect with each other. These two cannot intersect with each other. That's why this whole system is having no solution. My dear students, solution means what? If you are not able to understand plane, then consider line. Okay, so this is the first line, this is the second line, and this is the third line. If these three are not able to intersect with each other at common point, then we say that this system is not having any solution. Are you able to recall these concepts? Okay, whereas, let me find some space. Whereas if these three lines are like this, if these three lines are like this, then this is the common point of intersection, and we say that this point is solution set for these three equations. Solution set for these three equations. Are you getting what I'm trying to deliver you? And this is the application of the system of linear equation. This is what I mean, solution set. Having the solution set means what? Are you getting? Now, if Abhishek you are getting, please tell me. Please tell me. Okay. So if now the case is, there are two cases then. If it is having solution, solution set means it is having solution. Now please tell me, I'll be just changing the color here so that okay. Now please tell me, dear students, if it is having some solution, so there are two cases possible. Okay, one case is this case, infinitely many solutions, and the second case is unique solution. If there is this solution, there are two possible cases. First is infinitely many solution, and second is unique solution. Then what I'll be asking you, so how many times these lines are getting intersected? These many solutions, these three systems or these three lines are having. And in the same way, parallel you consider for your this system. If instead of lines, planes are there, then what will be the case? If these three planes are getting intersected anywhere, let's say in one point, then one solution is there. So that will be the unique solution. But in this case, they are not intersecting with each other. That's why I will say they are having no solution. And no solution means what? The system is inconsistent. And this is the nature of this system. This is the nature of this system. This system is what? Inconsistent. Please bother, sorry, please consider that my handwriting is not good right now. Okay, so this system is what? I'll again write inconsistent. Since space is less now, that's why I'm facing problems. So are you getting what I'm trying to deliver to you? So have you understood how to solve linear system equation or system of linear equations? What is echelon form and what is reduced echelon form? Are you able to get this? Please confirm, then we will move forward. So since what is the meaning of having solution and what are the different cases then? Okay. Are you getting this? Then I'll be asking you two important questions and then we'll stop. Please confirm. Dear students, please confirm. so that we will be having complete discussion or complete the circle will get completed for this discussion what we are doing now. Only two questions are there now. Are you able to hear me? Now what we will be doing, let me just check where is present. 13 people are there. I thought only 4 to 5 people are there. Okay, but very good, that is okay. What are those two questions, my dear students? Those two questions are, I'm not having space here. Okay. So first question is system consistent? The first question here is, so first question here is system consistent? This will have two answers, yes or no. If no, the system is what? Inconsistent. And by the word inconsistent means it is not having any solution, means you know what is the meaning of not having any solution. Okay. And then if yes, then the second question is, whatever solution is there, is that solution is unique? Is that solution is unique? So depending on this, if that solution is yes, if it is yes, then it is having unique solution. So no problem if yes. And if it is no, that it is not having unique solution. Unique means one solution. So more than one solution it is having. More than one solution it is having. So in this case, we say that it is having infinitely many solutions. Are you getting this point now? Infinitely many solutions. Are you getting this? And before ending this lecture, I am going to show you why we are studying this. Okay, why we are studying this. Okay, and how it is relevant to our first unit, the understanding of first unit and understanding of vectors or vector spaces, we can say. And please remember, dear students, algorithms based on machine learnings or machine learning algorithms are based on this basic understanding of vector spaces or matrices, infinite many solutions. Okay, if you want to pursue the career in that field now, so you should know the basics of this linear algebra. Please understand the underlying theorems or sorry, underlying algorithms are based on this. Okay, so are you getting this now? Okay, so if you are getting now, so we can, I think you people are quite, I think you can understand that you people are having very long day now. Okay, so we'll stop here. Okay, we will stop here. But what I want to convey while going or stopping this lecture, that I have to convey. Okay, in 2 minutes I'll be stopping this lecture, but please consider that if you know the nature of system, this will be, or this solving or the solving such equations, solving such systems is dependent on obviously the nature will be described by your echelon and row reduced echelon form, but also the rank along with number of variables or unknowns, number of variables or unknowns. On this also, this nature of all this system is depending. Okay, and again this is dependent on row echelon form or row reduced echelon form. And now that's why we are studying this, how to solve system of linear equations. Okay, and depending on the nature, my dear students, depending on the nature, spanning set will be understood. Depending on the spanning set, the concept of subspace will be completed. Till now we have only seen 50% part of subspace. Okay, that two examples are only 4 to 5 examples we discussed today. Are you getting this? So lots of study you have to do, okay, at home. Please understand this fact. Okay, understanding this linear algebra is not that much easy, my dear students. Solving examples is easy, no doubt, but understanding is not that much easy. Why we are solving this matrix, that you should know. Okay, so shall we stop? Okay, okay. Basis and dimension, that I forgot to mention here. Okay, basis and dimension is also depending on this. So please be attentive and please respond whenever I am asking. So that is my only request from my side. On this note, or with this note, I am signing off. Okay, so we will be meeting on, I think, Monday directly. Okay, till now or till that. So what do you want? Whatever the lectures that we have conducted, all the recordings are with me. So if you want, I will be putting those recordings on Moodle plus your Google Classroom. Okay, whatever the lectures I am having, the recordings I will put. Okay, I have given you one soft copy of book, that is Gilbert Strang. Please confirm, should I put the links of videos? Should I continue to put from second lecture? First lecture I have put, then second, third, fourth or fifth lecture is this, including tute. This is second tute. We have completed 4 to 5 lectures, I think. Okay, so I'll be putting that also. So vector space, subspace. Till Monday, I hope you find some, and I'll be giving assignment also. Okay, and please remember, dear students, I know you have grown up. I have taught you in second year. You are now 2 years older whenever we used to meet. But my approach is same. I am treating you as my students only. So you have to complete the assignments. Okay. It is not like that you are in final year, or I don't know how other teachers are treating you. I don't know. But you have to complete the assignments also time to time. So this Friday or Saturday I will be giving you the assignments. You have to complete that. Okay, till next Saturday, everyone's soft copy must be reaching to me. So please consider this. Why I am doing this? Because time to time study is very much required in this online mode. Please consider. You must have given NPTEL courses or exams for NPTEL courses. You know, weekly assignments are there. So in this online mode, it is very important. Okay, are you getting this? If you are not agree also, at least complete the assignment by taking from someone. I don't have any objection on that, but please complete the assignments. Somewhere, somehow you will be getting benefited out of that. Okay, so this has, so I have conveyed all what I want to convey. So let's end this lecture, and don't worry about the attendance of this tutorial. Okay, so I'm ending the lecture.